Hi there everybody, it's Shang here again from Southeast Asia with yet another Europa League post-match review as well as the upcoming London Derby preview for Crystal Palace away this coming Sunday. I'm recording this video on Friday, October the 25th, 2024. It's 8:30 a.m. here in Malaysia. I just got off the members calling show for Senor Garcia's El Tel Cockerel, so I do apologize for the lateness of this video, but very excited to give each and every single one of you the good news that Spurs have come out victors for the third consecutive time in the Europa League, this time courtesy of a second half Richarlison penalty. His first goal in all competitions this season, coming back from his injuries. And we kept a clean sheet rather surprisingly with Fraser Foster in goal. Although I must add that Alkmaar themselves are no pushovers. They are currently 5th, I believe, in their Dutch Eredivisie league. And just be thankful everyone that Troy Parrott, who was released and sold to Alkmaar, he wasn't able to find the back of the net on his return back to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But very exciting times ahead because as I record this, I mentioned earlier that Spurs have just come out 1-0 victors against Alkmaar a few hours before the recording of this video, as well as last Saturday early kickoff, the home win against West Ham United when Spurs ran away 4-1 victors in that match. I'm very excited to see if Spurs are able to chalk up their first back-to-back London Derby wins under Big Ange in the league. And although I must comment that Crystal Palace, even though they have yet to register a single win in the league this season, they are now third from bottom in the relegation spots, having only managed to secure 3 draws and lost all other 5 matches. But I have to caveat this by saying that despite Crystal Palace not being able to win a single league game yet all season, their 3 draws are rather credible draws too, and these 3 draws include drawing 0-0 at home to Manchester United on the 22nd of September. They also drew 2-2 against Leicester City at home again at Selhurst Park on the 14th of September, as well as a very credible 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge of all places on the 1st of September 2 months ago, where they drew 1-1 to Chelsea. And although they have yet to win, I would still urge Spurs fans to be very patient, very level-headed when it comes to the prospect of trying to get all 3 points at Selhurst Park come Sunday, because that's not an easy place to go to. I know that Crystal Palace are without Roy Hodgson for this season, but if they are to get anything from this game, you can expect a very open and frantic game. Although yes, I do feel that for this match in particular, Crystal Palace might just park the bus, shut up shop early game, and try to hit Spurs on a counter, much the same way West Ham themselves tried that last Saturday, which they were able to do with some degree of success, seeing as how they were able to score the opening goal, West Ham, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But despite that, Spurs were able to come out 4-1 winners, and here's to this Sunday as well, to Spurs repeating that same feat, although I would very much love to see Spurs get another clean sheet, hopefully, in the league this season. So without further ado, That match against Alkmaar that ended some 3 hours earlier. What a match that was for Mikey Moore, it's got to be said. For me, he was by far the single most outstanding player on the night in the stadium. And that comment by James Maddison after that match had ended, saying that for a good 20-25 minutes since the restart of the game, it felt almost like we had Neymar bombing down that left wing of ours against Alkmaar. So that's good to see. And yeah, credit to James Maddison for giving up his right to take the penalty against Alkmaar and handing the ball over to Richarlison for him to step up and break his duck for the season. I feel that it was a very leadership and very captain-like moment for Maddison, showing that he places his teammates and the well-being of the team ahead of his own personal goals. So good for him, giving Richarlison the chance to open his scoring and break the duck. But despite that, again, it's yet another missed opportunity I felt for Timo Werner, who had this glorious opportunity in the first half where he was put clean through by Lucas Bergvall with an absolute baller of a pass that was over the top of the entire Alkmaar defense, and it set Werner off on a one-on-one chance, which sadly Timo Werner, as per usual, still fluffed his chances. But at the very least, he's getting his shots on target, although I think the patience from the Spurs faithful is running rather thin at the moment. So without further ado, my predicted starting 11 against Palace on Sunday. The back five pretty much speaks itself. Vicario in goal, and the back four of Romero, Van der Ven, Porro and Udogie make up the defense that should start the match. And the midfield trio, I think, should be consisting of Maddison, Kulusevski in the centre midfield role, or even an auxiliary number 10 if James Maddison decides to drop deep. I think the only question now of that midfield three is whether Spurs should deploy one of either Bissouma or Pape Matar to partner Kulusevski in midfield. My gut instinct tells me that it should be Bissouma over Pape Matar, although if things aren't going well, we could well see yet another half-time substitution by Big Ange, in which he brings on Pape Matar for James Maddison, just as he did last Saturday when the scores were still tied at 1 apiece against West Ham. So that would be my preferred midfield three of Maddison, Kulusevski and Bissouma. For the front three, I think Spurs fans are still sweating on the fitness of Son Heung-min, who was totally out of the squad this morning against Alkmaar. And if he does see himself unavailable, I think a lot of fans will be clamoring right now for Mikey Moore to be given the opportunity to make his full senior debut, his first start in the league on Sunday against Crystal Palace. So fingers crossed, everyone, that it won't be Timo Werner of all players who gets the nod ahead of Mikey Moore if Son does find himself unavailable come Sunday. But yeah, if nothing else changes, I think it's going to be Dominic Solanke up front in goal for us, as well as Brennan Johnson down that right hand flank. What a revelation and what a turnaround it's been for him since he deactivated his social media account over a month ago. And I'm going to predict a narrow 2-1 victory, much as I did last weekend when Spurs took on West Ham. I think we still might concede, probably either concede first in the first half or maybe concede a late goal if we find ourselves ahead in the second half. But yeah, I'm going to predict a 2-1 away win for Spurs against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park this Sunday. And with that, I would like to end this video with a come on you Spurs! Let's go boys!